When was the last time you did absolutely nothing? No phone, no music, no notifications. Just you and silence. If you can't remember, this video is for you. Most of us wake up, and before our feet even touch the floor, we're already consuming. Emails, news, reels, messages. The average American checks their phone 144 times a day. In Europe, burnout rates have been climbing every single year. And if you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you felt it. That low-level exhaustion that never quite goes away. That mental fog that follows you into the weekend. That feeling of being always on, but never actually present. You're busy, but you don't feel productive. You're connected, but you feel alone. Here's the irony nobody talks about. One of the most overworked, overstimulated societies on the planet is also the birthplace of one of the most powerful tools for mental clarity in human history. Japan, the country that gave the world Zen. Even Steve Jobs felt it. In his 20s, he asked for guidance from a Japanese monk who trained at Eiheiji, one of the most sacred Zen temples in Japan. This monk, Kobun Chino Togawa, helped him to find something most of us have forgotten how to find: stillness. And that stillness, it quietly shaped the entire philosophy behind Apple. The minimalism, the simplicity, the obsessive focus on what matters. It didn't come from Silicon Valley. It came from a Zen temple in rural Japan. So I came here to find out what he found. Not the Japan you see on Instagram. Not sushi, not anime, not neon-lit Tokyo at 2 a.m. We came for something most tourists never experience. Something that can't be photographed. Silence. And what we discovered changed the way we think about everything. An hour outside Tokyo, the city noise fades. The crowds disappear. The pace slows. And somewhere in the quiet countryside of Chiba Prefecture, there's an old traditional house that most people will never find. This is where Kyoko-san offers unique experiences, a Zen experience rooted in centuries of Japanese tradition, but quietly designed for people like us, people who have forgotten what silence feels like. She invited us inside. When I walked through that house, I knew that most people who visit Japan will never see this. This is a true part of Japan, not a house designed for tourists. That got me thinking, why did Kyoko-san decide to share such intimate tradition to foreigners?
京子さん、じゃあまず抹茶カフェ、
はい。
なんでやろうと思ったかって伺ってもいいですか？
理由としたら、今、アメリカでマインドフル瞑想ってすごい流行ってるんですけども、もともと日本の、座禅と、あと、医学を掛け合わせたものがマインドフル瞑想って言うんですけど、まずそれがちょっとどんどん違った方向に入っていってる。本当はもともと日本の禅の世界っていうものがあって、その中でする座禅ですので、そのあたりがやっぱり勘違いされてるんじゃないかなっていうところから、やはりもっとちゃんと日本の本物の禅を伝えたいっていう思いがあり、茶道の禅の世界と、あと座禅の禅の世界、それを掛け合わせた、カフェを作って、そこで本物の禅を、アメリカ人の方に感じていただきたいっていうところから今回考えました。
Okay, but what is Zazen? This is the whole experience and the way to cure our modern world's burnout. And this is how it happens. She showed us how to sit, where to place our hands, where to lower our gaze. And then she left us with the silence. First, you sit, back straight, hands resting gently, eyes lowered. And almost immediately, you notice how uncomfortable your own body feels. Because most of us haven't actually sat still in years. Then she gives you one instruction. Don't try to think of anything. Just don't follow your thoughts. In Zen culture, this is the whole point. You're not trying to empty your mind. You're learning to stop being controlled by it. At first, your mind doesn't cooperate. Am I doing this right? What should I eat for dinner? How long has it been? The noise gets louder before it gets quiet. But then, something shifts. You notice space between your thoughts, in your chest, space you didn't know you were missing. Studies from Harvard University shows that regular meditation reduces stress and increases gray matter density in areas of the brain linked to focus and memory. But no statistic will ever explain what happens in that room. Because it isn't something you understand, it's something you experience. Then comes the matcha, not the sweet iced version you've seen at Starbucks, the real thing. Kyoko-san is from Uji in Kyoto, the region that has been producing Japan's finest tea for over 800 years. When she prepares it, you don't just watch, you participate. And that's exactly the point. Matcha contains L-theanine, an amino acid that works with caffeine to create something most of us rarely feel anymore. Not the jittery, anxious energy of a double espresso. Something steadier, more like clarity than stimulation. We've turned matcha into a trend, but here, it's not a trend. It's a practice, a moment of presence. And that's when I realized this experience wasn't just about tea or sitting in silence. It was about remembering something you've been too busy to notice. That stillness isn't something you find, it's something you return to. So I wanted to understand, why did Kyoko-san decide the rest of the world needed this? And why now?
もともとアメリカではスティーブ・ジョブズが禅の世界が好きだというところ、あとその他、大物起業家が、禅の世界を、崇拝してますので、そのあたりからマインドフルネスを作ったアメリカっていうところがあるので、アメリカの、起業家ですね。彼らは常に、大量の情報と、大きなプレッシャーのストレスの中で生きてますので、やっぱり禅の世界を体験して、脳の疲れを癒すと、あとはやっぱ強靭な精神を作り上げるっていうところがやっぱり修行ですので、強靭な精神を、作り上げるっていうところがビジネスマンにとって大事になりますので、そのあたりを、ケアするっていう形でですね。
We spend our lives trying to optimize everything. Maybe what we really need is to subtract. Less noise, less stimulation, less urgency. In a world obsessed with more, Zen whispers less. And maybe that's not just a Japanese tradition. Maybe it's a survival skill for our generation.